Hey guys, it's Chedic, and before we start this video, what I really want to be talking about is Hill West and Hill South. So multiple people, around 2 to 3, have been reporting that my Hill West and my Hill South have been exploding on them. So Hill South and Hill West don't explode for me, so I'm quite confused. And it might be because I probably glossed over the smasher protection when it's really a big issue and it really is important to have. So for smasher protection on this side, usually there was ramps here. I removed them because this is the second take, believe it or not. I removed them because I'm going to test if that works. What you really need are these 3 ramps and then, you know, the walls in between them. Because that's what stops them from running through. If they break these ramps, they're just gonna walk right through. Because imagine if it was just these ramps. They break any one of these 3 walls and it's free passageway for them. So instead of these 3 ramps anymore, I'm gonna make it even more safe by adding these pyramid pieces. By the way, pyramid pieces are the new meta. Don't use ramps anymore, and I'm gonna remove this because that's useless. Pyramid pieces are the new meta, so this smasher protection might work. I will test it before I actually upload the video. I will give it a test. I'm not going to show you a montage. I'll just put right here, yes, if it works. If it doesn't, then if it doesn't. So and now the other amplifier, make sure you also tier 3 it. If you don't tier 3 it, you are actually going to cause your amplifiers to explode. If you tier 2 it, you tier 1 it, you will see that they're like easier path, must break, must explode. Now over here, we're essentially doing the same thing. Tier 3 pyramids, 1 corner piece out, and they face that way. So when the husks, like for example, we're just gonna show you an example. If the husks break it, now they have to break this. They cannot walk up here. Then they'll have to break that or this to go up. So that's why that's there. And same for here. The same thing. They will have to break the pyramid. And then all that to get in. This is a new change, by the way. This is what I'm doing today. I haven't tested this one either, but I want to, and I'm going to if it works. Again, yeah, here's a yes. But yeah, that's probably why your tunnels are blowing up. Your smasher protection, or yeah, your just lobber protection, I'm just gonna call it that, is not proper. So definitely, you know, rebuild your lobber protection with what I'm showing you here. And now let's move on to what people want to watch. The storm shield. Okay, so before we get to the storm shield, I want to talk about my storm shield. My storm shield is quite an underbuild, right? I was trying to go as minimalistic as possible because storm shield's only guaranteed 1 attack, but that doesn't mean the storm shield can't get attacked more than 1 time. The storm shield can get attacked on every single wave that is random. If I'm gonna bring up the list of Mike Warner's spreadsheet, and those are all the times that the spreadsheet can get attacked. Every time it says random, you best believe Storm Shield gonna get attacked. So that means the Storm Shield can get attacked on wave 29, which is quite insane. And 1 second. Sorry about that. I don't like to have one big video because what if I make a mistake and then I have a mistake video? So now to show you my traps, big ol' clap. And let's get right into it. So we're gonna turn off the webcam. Bang bang. Bang bang, and we're gonna talk about lava ball manipulation. So I'm assuming, I'm not 100% sure on this, that these 3 tiles have caused the lava bomb to move up a tile towards the east. So to start off your storm shield, go to this rock right here, this plinth, walk 1 tile up, and another tile to the left, and 1 tile up, and add 3 floors to navigate the lava bomb to the east. This is how you should start your tunnel. Otherwise, when you're building the tunnel with walls and roofs, it might collapse the tunnel. So to start with, we're going to talk about the ceiling gas trap spawn kill. So what I'm going to need you players to do is you're going to have some way to get up here, and then you're going to be placing a floor piece. Once you have the floor piece down, you're going to move 1 tile up, 2 tiles up, and then 3 tiles down from there. So in total, you'll have 8 tiles, right? 2 tiles up and then 3 tiles to the right. You'll have 8 tiles filled with ceiling gas trap. That is my spawn kill. It's quite minimalistic, but I like it, and that's what I'm going to be rocking with. And then we're gonna move to the end, right? And you're in right over here. There will be 2 tiles right here, 2 natural place tiles. You're going to be placing walls on them and wall darts. These wall darts have much value because they can attack all the way up to here and to kill any husk that lands there. You could even put them extend it 2 more tiles if you have the budget. I'm let me see, what's my budget? I'm at like 12 tiles, so I will not be doing that because this works just enough for me. So like I said, minimalistic. I went very minimalistic with this build. So let's just jump over that wall so we can talk about this. When you're going up this ramp, I want you to put a tile here to block this off. Now I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. Things like to attack this wall. They'll hit it once and then they'll realize that they can't go through there, but that'll still leave the wall damaged. So what I'm saying is, you know, add another layer, because if they break that, they're gonna either walk through and just break this one. It's just a test of luck. If you're standing over there on that side right there, you're going to be baiting the husk to destroy that wall, and if they do that, well, just imagine some flingers and some lobbers walking towards your tunnel. It'll happen. So don't do that, Chief. Stand on the amplifier for this tunnel. Now we're jumping back over. For example, we're going to be saying this wooden piece as a good way to start it. So from this wooden piece, walk 3 tiles of wood pieces, right? Then put 2 wall launchers, 130s. So whatever husks that do attack this wall, they get launched back. And then to the left of that, put a wall dart. This wall dart has 6 tile range, allowing it to kill all those, well, 3 tile range, but you know, 6 tile shots, which will do a lot of damage. Now, since you still have those 3 tiles, I'm assuming we're not going to talk about it yet. It's we'll get to it. Come over here and put a wall dart on this wall and a wall launcher on this wall. This will allow anything that actually touches here to get pushed back. So straight up, guys, I used to have the tunnel like this with the wall launcher there, but I wanted them to split more, so I opened it up. I think it was a little more stronger when this was a floor launcher, but you know, I like change. So to start off with, from this wall launcher, you're gonna move on to the middle tile and put wooden floor spikes. Then you're going to be putting a wall launcher right in front of the wooden floor spikes to push the husk back out the tunnel. Then 1 tile to the right, and you'll have a wooden floor spikes, a wall dart to the right, and a wall launcher in front of it. This is to push the husk out through this tunnel, and actually, I do not like that. So, like I said, Storm Shield is not that strong. So I might, it's good, it works, but it's just, I don't like it that much. So this is why, but someone asked, so I'm just gonna give it to you guys anyways. If it goes through a rework and that's massive, makes it better, I will definitely put up a video. Then you move 1 more tile to the left, and there's a wall launcher putting them into a timeout chamber. If you know my timeout chambers by now, say it with me. Tar pit, broadside, broadside, wall dart facing the wall launcher, floor spikes, and then 2 gases. Ah, lovely. And then you move 1 more tile up. It's a tar pit with a wall launcher pushing them back into the floor launcher room, and a ceiling gas trap on top with a wooden tile, because that is where you will be placing your base on this amplifier. So now with the left tunnel, so it's more of a recycler. It cycles. Anything that walks over to this tunnel will get pushed over to this tunnel, and anything that walks over to this tunnel will get pushed over to that tunnel. Alright guys, so I didn't like it so much that I'm cutting the video right now to show you my plan on what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to change that. I'm removing those tiles. I'm adding a wall dart to the left side and a floor launcher with 3 impact, 2 reload as a recycler. Now, I don't recommend doing it because it costs, let's see, 2 extra tiles, because you have to put this smasher protection or else they'd probably fly through there. So this is just for me. This is just for me, honestly. But if you guys want to add it too, feel free. And yeah, back to the video. Gas trap. You move 1 tile up. You have a wooden floor spike, wall dart, and a wall launcher to push any husk that gets in here back out of the tunnel. I like to do that. I like to push things out the tunnel. And then you have a ceiling gas and trap. I said that probably. You turn to the right, you have a floor launcher with a wall launcher to push anything that gets too far on this floor launcher back out the tunnel, or help the floor launcher with its impact, or maybe help the wall launcher with the impact. You never know. You gotta get lucky. Then there's a wall dart on this wall to not mess up with the impact values. I have a clip on my Twitch. If you just straight up type in broadside, exclamation point broadside, you can see why broadside suck if you're very curious. And then you move 1 more tile forward and you have a floor launcher with a wall launcher and then to the left of that, wall darts. Now, a lot of players like David Dean, I haven't watched the Laura's, but he probably recycles. My friend Josh, they all recycle the husks over here. They have like a recycler, but that costs a lot of tiles in my opinion. And I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to do that. I would rather kill them, delay them, and then if they come up the top, you know, freeze them or something. I don't know. I play with Zenith all the time. So this will on wave 15, if a Krampus wave happens to come up over here, it will be trouble. It won't be that bad, but it will be trouble. So now before we move on, we're going to talk about the Smasher protection. It's just these 6 walls on the top at the beginning of the tunnel, which is weird. I think I should put ramps on top of those. I used to have them, but Josh removed them earlier, and I didn't have a problem, so I guess it works. So I would have noticed. So before we move on to the next part of the tunnel, I need to talk about Smasher protection. So there's a bit of Smasher protection too. Over here on this side, I have 3 walls right here, right? Each of them, 2 of them sporting a wall launcher. Once you reach this side, it's just a wall launcher, and a random wall. And then behind it, I have 2 pyramids faced like this. So when they break one, they have to break the other. It's forced. And then 2 metal walls behind it. It's worked for me so far, and I can't complain. Only if I'm standing over on that side and I bait them. Sorry about that. And then over here, you'll have walls here. Simply enough, put pyramids on them just for extra protection. I don't think it's necessary, but better safe than sorry, because smashers might smash. They do best. They do that. Now let's move on to the rest of the tunnel. So starting from the floor, wooden floor, we move up 1 more tile, and we have 2 broadsides on the walls and a wall darts. You could honestly put a ceiling electric field right there if you wanted to, because ceiling electric fields do hit 2 tiles down, which is dope. And I haven't done that. I'd rather just leave the tile, honestly. Doesn't matter to me. And then another timeout chamber. Same as always, wall launcher, tar pit, gas, broadside, tar pit, wall darts. This is a tar pit to stop anything from charging, because they don't charge, but you know, this will even stop that further. And then you move up 1 more tile, it's a wall dart, and a ceiling gas trap on top. Then there are 6 floor launchers here. 1 to choose over here if they walk over there, and then another to choose over there if they walk over there. In my opinion, it's pretty sub-tier, but for how cheap it is, it actually does the job well. I'll show you wave 1, and if I get lucky on like wave 8 or something, a higher wave, I'll definitely leave that in the footage too. And I didn't even build the amplifier actually. I just put walls and ramps right here, just 3 of them to let it rock. And now let's move on to the last bit of Smasher protection that's very important. It's down here. So what I've done, which is it helps me out on both sides. It helps me out with Storm Shield Beach amplifier, and it helps me out with my regular amplifier, is these 4 walls. So flingers like to fling, right? But flingers are weird because they cannot fall down things. They'll take the most natural terrain as possible. You will never catch a flinger falling off things. You can catch a lobber falling off things, but never a flinger. So what you do for flingers is all you have to do is block off the natural pathway with the wall, and they'll stop going. They won't choose that path anymore unless it's like very convenient for them. But if it's not convenient for them, they're not doing it. So since I have those tiles blocked off with that path, the flingers can't walk up there, and I have that tile blocking off that path, flingers cannot walk up there. And since I have these tiles blocked off, flingers cannot fling from over here, and that's why I have no lobber shield here. And that's why I don't recycle them here either, because you know nothing comes here, so there's no reason to the lobber shield. And I think that is about it for the Storm Shield. Pretty short and simple, pretty small. Oh wait, no, one more thing. One more thing. Okay, so when you walk down here for say the 3rd piece, right, put 2 walls and a pyramid piece with 1 out, and since it defends both this wall and this wall, it's the best Smasher protection, and it causes nothing to walk up here. No husk is gonna walk out of their tunnel and go out of their way to walk over here unless it's like wave 15 or higher. So say you get like the off chance of straight up mini boss, what was it called, taker pods, mini boss pods, to spawn on this amplifier. what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to take drastic measures, because flingers and lobbers will survive this after anything after wave 1. There's not enough damage here, there's not enough recycling for the things to survive this, and I cannot delay them any longer. I can't mess up the natural path anymore, or they'll charge. So what I have to do is, like, I haven't figured out a way to stop them, and I left this open and it works, but a flinger doesn't get through here on wave 1. Once it gets to wave 15, take drastic measures. Flingers will, instead of going through the natural path, they'll walk through here and fling from here. So once, if this amplifier gets attacked on a higher wave, you will have more tiles. Take drastic measures and block this whole thing. All right, block that whole thing. Flingers will no longer be able to fling from here, and you'll be fine. So it's another, don't do it now. You'll have the tiles later on, straight up. Trust me on that. And one more thing. So there is an occasional spawn, not an occasional spawn, a very high lucky chance of a random spawn happening here. Straight up, because of the spawn down there being shifted a little to the north, you can have a spawn here. Now, it's not supposed to happen. It's not supposed to be like that. There is a way to stop that, but that's cheating, so we're not going to deal with it. So what you're going to do is you're going to hope to God that nothing spawns up here. And it's very rare. It's only happened to me twice in all of the times I've been playing Endurance, but I have to talk about it, otherwise people will be like, oh, random spawn, because, you know, I'm no longer sharing this to one person. We've hit 400 subscribers recently, and Jesus Christ. So watch out for this danger spawn. I'm not putting anything on top of here to stop it, because it's just too much of a waste for something that will almost never happen. And yeah, that's about it. Let's move on to the gameplay. I guess I could just straight up start it. I don't really have to cut the clip. Alright, so this is wave 1, and I keep on saying this, positioning matters, especially on this tunnel. If you want to test it out for yourself, try not standing where I'm standing. You will bait the husk either on the left side to where you can see that left wall, or the right side on those right walls that I was talking about. This is the best place to stand on my storm shield, and if you do not stand here, you will bait the husk and you possibly blow up the walls, and then husk will get to your storm shield. I've also was able to get footage on group difficulty wave 22, which is a random wave. So here's an example of the storm shield getting attacked more than once. The tunnel actually did really well, especially with that little wall, the floor thing I was talking about. I put that down. It's very healthy for me and very healthy for the tunnel to put that down on waves higher than 15, because you don't want to deal with flingers. It also stopped smashers because teammates, you know, they were shooting them, but we had the floor launchers to deal with it too, so, you know, that's always there. One skull because of the floor launcher didn't have its durability reset, and yeah, that's about all. Alright, and that's about it for my storm shield. So the next video should be Devil West and East. If you want it in one video, type in Devil West. You guys do want that large video, but like I'm trying to make it much more slower because I've been reading the comments that I move too quickly and you guys aren't having trouble. So if you want Devil West and East in one video, expect a 40-minute video. Or 30 to 40 minutes. And then the last amplifier build I'll do is Devil North. And then I don't know what I'll be doing after that, guys. Straight up, what will I do? Should I start with Canny? Do Plankerton? Do Stonewood? I'm scared. I could do my building blocks and trapping videos. Maybe gun reviews. I'll try to stall until, you know, I don't want to finish it all because this is fun, you know. Reworks, of course, I could always do that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Boos.